Hello and welcome to Season 4 of The Journey with Kirsty and Simon, a journey that really has only just begun. It's a podcast that gives us the opportunity to bump our gums and talk about our life and how we go about running our mountain B&B, always in our own fun, unique and irreverent way. Thank you for joining us and welcome on board. Okay.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
We're off and rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about the beeping in the background. That means the fruit's ready to go in the bread, apparently.
We haven't got any fruit. So.
But we haven't got any fruit. What a tease. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Can you buy dried fruit in Spain?
Of course you can. It's not out of Mongolia.
Yeah, I
we
know,
just got to find out where it is.
Stuff, you know?
Of course you can. Candied peel. Rank. Did you used to have that at Christmas? Segments. That's the other thing. The orange and lemon segments.
Lemon?
Dried.
Orange and lemon segments?
Yeah. Do you remember them?
Dried.
What were they
orange
called?
and lemon
Well, they were like half old, covered in sugar, pastilled fruit. Pastilled fruit. What's that called?
I used to like them. That's what I used to like. You like the way you...
Dirty bastard. Horrible.
Yeah,
them,
my nan had them. They were lovely.
Prunes, the figs, the sticky figs. We spoke about this anyway. We are so over Christmas.
You've got a bit harsh early
everyone.
doors there, haven't you?
I am. Because I've wanted to record this podcast, I swear to God, for a long time.
Well, we're doing it. Crack on.
We're in. I can't even remember when we recorded the last one, and we said we was going to do loads more, and we've done our usual. We're now chasing our tail because it's now the first week of January. We've had it confirmed yesterday that the last day of January, the 30th of January, we go out on New Life in the Sun, and we're on for many episodes there, and we wanted to have this ready and out there and all going because people are, all the social media and stuff has all gone. More? Because you're in the little advert, aren't you? Are you listening to me?
That's the fire, that is, setting the fire up. Right.
You're not even listening to me?
Yeah, I am. There's just no need for me to say anything yet, is there?
But we haven't done it again,
You're
so it's very hard.
Along.
It's a fine line between being an old nag and pushing for business.
Had a lot to do.
And you make it very hard for me. Not in a good way.
There's no need to use double entendres this early on in the podcast.
Oh, all right then. I probably shouldn't do that too much, Moz. We've got a new follower that we're aware of that happens to be one of my children's best friends. Hi, Josh. Little shout out to you. And when my youngest son says to me, he listens to every one of your podcasts, he's gone right back to the beginning, and he said to me, they get a bit dirty in it. And my son went, yeah, that's why I don't listen. I didn't think, so I apologise. Apologise, chidlers. Not that any of my chidlers listen to this.
I didn't realise we did that.
I didn't realise we'd done that.
I thought it was just a little bit,
I mean, a bit dirty in it. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration.
I think very much so.
Because,
the dirtiest we get is my fingers at the moment.
Literally.
Yeah, they're black.
So clean the flyer. We got the flyer.
Clean the flyer.
Yes.
We are.
Up here.
We are. So this is episode 2 of season 4.
Sure is, honey pie.
Right,
honey
pie. What are we talking about today then? Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. What I've got planned today, because how we're doing this, different but the same. 1, filming. Cocked up on the last one, had 2 cameras. So if you watch the last one...
It'll look different.
It'll look different because there's now only 1 camera. Simon is very, very good at technological stuff, but 2 cameras, 2 mics.
Is it technological or is it just technical?
Technological. That's what you do. You do the logical stuff. The technical side of the logical stuff. Technological. Is that not a real word? I actually thought that was.
Technological.
It is a real word.
Yeah. But I don't think it's...
Gaslighter, you got me doubting myself now.
I don't think it's necessarily correct in this instance.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very good at the technical stuff. You wouldn't necessarily say technological stuff.
When are you very good at technological stuff then?
Why are we talking about this?
Why are you not answering?
Technological is like the field of things, whereas technical is I mean, you could probably use technological, I would imagine, but technical is probably the better word.
Look at your hands moving all the time. I need to digress here.
Digressed?
Digress! Stop pulling me up on every word.
Stop getting them all wrong then.
What's I going to say now?
About me moving my hands.
We're watching a programme, which we've watched again, called Ghosts, on BBC iPlayer, isn't it? We loves it. We loves it.
Well, we're watching season 4, which we've not seen yet.
Yeah. So we saw season 4.
We don't get a lot of time to watch TV in the season.
No. So we went back and watched season 1 again to watch it again because it's really good. In our opinion, we loved it, don't we?
We loved it.
And there's a character in there that uses his hands to speak a lot, which means you should be an MP. You need to do that more.
Yeah, I can't. What does he do?
For
He
those
does
that aren't
doesn't he?
watching, he like puts his thumb. What does he call it?
It's the thumb point.
The thumb point. And you use your hands so much. It's one of them.
Shall I keep
one
them
of them
crossed?
contrary things. Is it contrary? Is that the word for that? One of them things like all I notice. I overthink our married life a lot, don't I?
To be fair, you overthink everything.
Yeah, but I'm overthinking that a lot for the longevity of it. Big word for me. Because I want it to last forever. But like there's certain things that I can't help but notice. Like a couple of weeks ago, your crushing ice was enough for me to put a pillow over your head at night. And it's never bothered me before.
Wasn't I crushing ice to make your Bailey's ice cream? Though?
No, crushing ice in your mouth.
Oh.
And
Ricky Gervais doesn't like that in Afterlife.
no, he doesn't. But why is that? And now you speak with your hands a lot as well now, and that's all I notice. And I don't want to notice these things about you because I love you very much.
But I think lots of people speak with their hands. It's a very.
But you must have always done
descriptive
it.
I would have done. But you see, we're married now, and so now you're noticing everything.
It's a worry.
It is.
Yeah, it is. It really is a worry. What's my Twilight thought last night?
I'm going to say something now, actually, which is interesting because I thought of.
You used to point a lot. That used to bug me.
I thought of. Yeah, well, as people who've listened to our previous podcast will know, every time I used to point, it was you
But
do
now
that
you've just
again.
grown it. Now it's your whole hands pointing. Yeah.
What, like?
Yeah.
Just like that.
A 5-fingered point.
Your handbag was in the bathroom, and I'm not. This isn't a pickup,
Good.
but when I say about it, I went in. It didn't bother me in the slightest. I just picked it up and put it back in the bedroom. But
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
yeah, I thought you'd get it.
Yeah.
But I'm only bringing it up now because for discussion, because of what you know.
That's right.
But I was just like, picked it up, moved it. Didn't bother me in the slightest.
Yeah, you just need to have a lot of...
I mean, if I'd fallen over and smacked my head on the sink, then it probably would have bothered me. But as
You
it
fell
was,
over the other day, didn't you?
I fall over all the time.
I was telling my Meg about this because you and Adri are very similar, aren't you? Peas in a pod. Peas in a little clumsy pod with Derek in that pod as well.
Are we like the Poddington peas?
The peas of Poddington peas.
Down
You,
at-
Derek and Adri.
down at the
Anyway,
bottom.
I was in the office, just quick story, and then we get on to actually today's episode. And heard like a strange noise. It's one of them noises that I know you well enough to know that it means you've self-harmed in some way. It's a self-harming
Both
noise.
in black.
Aren't we? Just so in tune with each other.
They're so slimming.
Both on diets as well. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's not
What a
strictly
cleanse.
true.
Oh, I need to tell you about this.
We're just
So you made that noise.
trying to be a bit more healthy. We've eaten a little bit too much over Christmas. But then, let's face it, who doesn't?
Well, maybe people don't. But
Well,
we did.
obviously some
and we
people
enjoyed every bit of it until it started making us feel physically ill. What was that? Did you hear that noise? Oh my God. I need to play that back.
That was random.
That was like, in the background. What was that?
I don't know.
Anyway, come out. Son made noise. I'm going to wrap this up now very quickly. Son made noise. Come out. It's laying on the floor. And I must admit, it happens quite often. Not Simon laying on the floor, but you falling over and stuff. He's very dramatic. People that know Simon, very dramatic. And I'm like, you're right. Yeah, I think so.
No.
All right, as you're laying on the floor. This is my version.
Okay.
And then I thought, is it heartless? Because I wanted to go upstairs and you was in front of the stairs. And I thought...
What, did you step over me?
Yeah. I actually questioned if it was heartless to step over you and carry on with what I was doing. But actually, when I was speaking to Megan, heartless was the fact that I questioned it. I should have actually, one step before that, I shouldn't have even got to the point where I was questioning, will it be quicker to step over him or will it be quicker to give him some sympathy and help him up?
Well, you didn't do either.
No, I didn't.
You come out of the office, turned around and went back in again.
Because I didn't know what to do.
So
I left you there to repair yourself.
But that's your personality, isn't it? If you get a choice, you find it very difficult to make a choice. If you get an equal choice...
Yeah, but it shouldn't be like that when your husband's laying on the floor.
Well, no, maybe not.
Hurt himself.
But in my defence, we've got very tall step. We've got beautiful, beautiful old doors, massive doors. But there's a very, very big step of the wooden door when you get in.
Well, if we open the inner door, not the carriage door.
Yes, and I I was kicking something out of the way that the dogs had left in
wasn't
front of the door,
concentrating,
and
was
I
I?
tripped over it and fell, but I landed on my knee. Now, the difference is I yelped when I landed on my knee, which is what you heard.
Yelped, that's what you done. You yelped, that was the noise.
Yes, and but then I didn't change my voice because I was very conscious of the fact that my knee was in fact very painful, and I was wondering for that first 20 seconds whether I'd actually done some damage or not when you said, "Are you all right?" And I answered with a very normal voice because I thought if I'm not and I put on my
Your
ill
victim voice.
then you're just going to ignore it. But
It's
what
fact.
happened is you went, "Are you all right?" I went, "I think so. I've fallen and hit my knee over the step coming in the door, and I don't know." And you went, "Oh, okay then," and turned around and walked back out again. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because I went, okay then, because I thought, I wanted to go upstairs. Is it quicker to give him some sympathy or step over him? Is that a bit harsh? Need to go back to the office. Can't decide.
Can't make a choice. It's like you get 3 things on a menu that you really want, and
You
know,
have to choose.
Yes, you
You
can't.
always
You
pick
can't
the
do
wrong
it.
one as well, and then I want yours. Why is that?
I think that stems back from. I think it's the triplet thing again, but that is for another episode.
That is for another episode. Another
Anyway,
episode.
should we crack on?
Right. Okay, for any of you that are still listening, we've decided in this episode, I've decided because I'm planning the episodes, God help you all, is we get asked, so TV programme's going out, we're going to fill up, it's just there, it happens, we get fill up, we get busy, and we get some beautiful people want to meet us, and we want to meet them, and we want to speak to them. Now, because the docu-series, what the hell do you call it? What is New Life in the Sun? It's a fly on the wall thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's a fly on the wall documentary. Yeah.
People that come here feel very familiar. They know more about us than we can remember about ourselves, to be quite honest. And then we do this podcast as well. And, we went to people on New Year's Day, didn't we? Had a lovely New Year's Day brunch with people.
I believe we met someone the other day who actually said, when we watched the programme, the way you come across and everything, it's like we know you more than we think we know you more. It was someone who was like, I know you from somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were, I know you from somewhere. And it happens to us a lot, and it's part of the course. And we're very grateful for the people that are even bothered and think, they want to come and stay and they want to give us a chance and and we've just made so many beautiful friends through it, haven't we? It's great. We get asked a lot of questions, a lot of the same questions. We don't mind. We don't mind that at all. We'll sit with anyone and we'll answer the same questions. We love a natter. Surprising, I know, but we love a natter.
Have you got these questions written down then? Is that what you're going with?
And I've got the FAQs written down that we get asked. So you may or may not want to, if you may or may come and visit us.
FAQs then, got to be the title of the podcast.
FAQs. I've got the FAQ questions, and you might not have thought of some of these questions. You may want to know the answer, you may not want to. So I'm going to fire them off to Bestie, and because we've answered them many times over the last couple of years, and we'll answer them again over the next couple of years as well. So don't worry about that. But we thought we'd bring it out now. That's what I thought. It's good, isn't it? It's a good one, isn't it? It's a good one.
Fill your boots, go
right.
for it. It's a bit like a quiz. I
Ready?
like quizzes.
Why a guest house?
Why not?
That is exactly why we've got a guest house. God love you for saying that. But then we need to elaborate on that, but that's the truth. We went, why not? Why not? Why did we end up with a B&B?
So, predominantly...
Quick answers.
Don't pressure
Yeah, but
me.
it's practice for the next year.
Yeah,
Short
why
answers.
did we end up with a B&B? Well, we've both been in hospitality in the past. You in tourism. I'm not really sure. Well, yeah, working in public domain and things like that. And my parents ran a bed and breakfast when I was younger in the UK. You've
But
been
that's
in...
our skill. That's not why we went into B&B.
Well, I don't know why we did it then.
You don't know why we done it?
No, why
Are you
did we do
kidding
it?
me?
Not really. Well, we wanted to work for ourselves, and we went
You
to
were
we went to
working.
see that other place, and we talked about
See, this is what married life does. You're like rewriting history here.
No, I'm not. We went to see that other place when we were looking to move closer to your work. And we came away and it wasn't right. And we turned around and we said, what a great opportunity for yurts and things like that there as a retreat. And you said to me, well, let's look for something like that then. And that's what we started doing.
That's one version. Not that didn't happen.
That's the only version.
It's not.
Why are we doing it
You shock
then?
me, you do. Oh, we're going to fall out over these questions now.
We got to answer then.
You were working for Paul Guapatini in Torremolinos.
Yeah.
Nights. So 3 nights.
Well,
out of 7.
It could have been up to 5, couldn't it?
So now you're going to correct me on my story. Monday to Friday, I worked in a school. So I left at 7:15 or something ridiculous and got home about 6:30.
Yeah,
commuted
you did.
loads.
Yeah, you did.
Loved my job, but it was just stupid. And then on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maximum. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all the time. Obviously, Saturday and Sunday, I was off in the day. But you'd have to leave at 6:00. So if I was in a traffic jam, which on the M340, if anyone knows that road.
Yeah, on a weekday, we would sometimes cross.
Literally.
On the road.
So
me going to work and you coming back.
I'd see
and
Saturdays.
That was horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible, wasn't it? I'd see Saturdays until you went to work.
Yeah.
So I could go to that show anytime I wanted. But you want to sit and get a pizza at home and watch telly, don't you? Together. Or the only way of being together was to come to the show with you. Saturday and Sunday nights. If not, we had Saturday and Sunday. Monday evening and Tuesday evening. Wank. That's why we got a guest house.
But they're the reasons we went and worked for
that
ourselves.
That was the question.
Yeah, wait, hang on.
This is going to take a long bloody time.
What you've just given are the reasons why we wanted to do something different.
That was the question.
No, you said why a guest house?
Yeah.
But we could have done any business. We could have run a bar. Do you see what I mean?
Oh, yeah, all right then.
So I answered the question, why a guest house?
Oh,
and
right
you
then.
gave the reasons why we're working for ourselves.
All right, you double-barreled. Done. Okay. Do you earn enough money to sustain yourself? We get asked that a lot. I can ask different versions of that. How can you make ends meet? Do you earn a lot of money?
Is it sustainable?
Is it sustainable? How do you do this?
Absolutely, 100%. We wouldn't have done it if we didn't work out the figures first.
We don't do it for fun. We don't do it for love, believe it or not. We
do
do
it
it for fun. We do it to earn a living. We do it to pay for our lifestyle, which is far from extravagant. It's a lifestyle we choose.
But our living is our balance. It's what we discovered through working for other people and working for ourselves in a different venue and then coming here is that the most important thing is to live your life now and to have that right. Everybody talks about work-life balance, but that's what it is. We're not interested in earning $1 million. We want to earn enough money that we can enjoy our life, do what we do, meet fantastic people, and just have a brilliant next 30 years before I shuffle off this mortal coil.
We, touching on, which we said to our spirituality and the law of attraction and how we apply. We had a big soul search, wasn't very much of a soul search. And we've done a lot of
cheesy for you to say.
Yeah. And is very much, which we're working on, is being in the now, which means you don't worry about the future, which is almost impossible for me because I overthink everything, but I work on it. And it's forgetting the past because that's where it is behind you. So it's enjoying every moment for now because you're never going to get now back. And they're all words that we know, tomorrow's not promised, yesterday's gone, blah, blah, blah. We all know this. But actually putting it into practice is really frigging difficult. And we pride ourselves on doing it on a day-to-day basis.
Absolutely.
We pride each other on doing it. It's our issue. We're responsible for our own happiness. And it's very much where money's concerned is we're living, we're enjoying, we're eating, we're grateful we've got a roof over our head and the sun outside. And all the things that sounds really corny. Guess what? It's not corny. Guess what? It's living in the now. There's a really good book, and it's Eckhart Tolle, I believe. Don't quote me on that.
The Power of Now.
It's called The Power of Now. Have a look at it. Read into it. We've got to read it all. We've looked into it. I've researched it. Power of Now. It's fascinating, and it helps you not want to be a millionaire anymore. But we are millionaires.
The other thing about it is to, and especially what we believe, is that your life is very much what you make it. But you can believe now, and we 100% are wealthy, both of us, Kirsty and I, we are wealthy beyond our wildest dreams. And when I use the word wealthy, I don't necessarily mean money. We are wealthy.
You need to look at that word broader than that. It's not monetary.
We are healthy. We have each other. We live in a beautiful place, in a beautiful part of the world. We have enough money to live, and we have enough money to do what we want to do. And that makes us richer beyond our wildest dreams.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that we literally live our life how we want to live it. And then that is what happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll touch on that a bit more anyway, because otherwise
Later
it's a big sage bashing moment, that one is. But when you get that, it's just like, it's just so much fun thereafter. Next question. How many years have you lived in Spain?
I've lived in Spain for coming up 14 years in February, I believe.
Short answer's fine.
And you've been in 20.
How do you share your house with people?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, what a good question. How we share our house with people is exactly that, because it's a house. This isn't our home, it's our business. And so we have aspects of the house that are our bolt holes, that are our domain, that are ours, and that are home, but the house isn't. The terraces, the house, the pool, the views, everything about that is our business. It's not our home. So it's very easy to share our house because it's such
like our office block.
Because it's such a beautiful, beautiful spot. The only thing you can do is share it, and so others can appreciate the beauty that we have here.
Oh, that was very preacherish at the end there, lover.
Was it preacherish or was it just...
You're just going very deep, aren't you? Very
like
deep.
I liked it.
You
expressed it with my hands.
You expressed it with your hands. You pointed 5-finger point there. So that's the answer. Right. Do you take dogs?
No.
Why not?
We tried it. We had some wonderful people here, and they when we're empty and we have the opportunity, they still come up and support us, and they've supported us massively. But we deliberately tried it with other dogs, and they are wonderful dog owners. And but unfortunately, we realised that in trying to accommodate the dogs, it meant that other things weren't right. And with our two dogs here as well, who are very socially, dog acceptable and stuff like that, it doesn't work, restricting. And it's too restrictive. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Do you take kids?
No, we don't.
Why not?
Two things, there's a number of reasons. One is
the main one. Oh, it's really difficult for me, I have to say, because I know the answer that I want you to say, and I'm believing that you're going to say the right answer as we know it. So it's quite a test, this.
The main reason that we don't take children is that the house and the area and everything around it isn't suitable for children. There's nothing for them to do.
And there's no, we wouldn't be able to have the honesty bar, for example.
The pool would have to have a
and that's the
fence
thing,
around it. And
the pool would have
like
to have a fence around it. Bugger that.
Yeah. And
there's enough places on the Costa del Sol for kids. I love kids. I've got too many of my own. And we cannot wait for grandchildren. However, not here, not around the pool, and adults need a bit of adult time away. So no. How far are you from the airport?
30 minutes.
Evening meals. Do you do evening meals?
Yes.
Not on Sundays. No. Going forward, Sundays, kitchen closed.
We do evening meals Monday through Saturday. It's 3 courses. There is a full menu, 5 or 6 starters, 7 or 8 mains.
Oh, we got a little twist on it this year as well.
5 or 6 desserts. We cook specifically to order. You reserve in the morning if you want evening meal and let us know what it is. But it's all cooked fresh for you by us to order, and it's €30 a person.
Doof. Can you bring your own? Not evening meals, bottles.
Yeah, we have fridges in both
We can't stop
rooms,
you bringing your own drink here. Of course we can't. We've stayed in places and you take in. I felt I used to smuggle in a bottle of wine or something like that. Now, this is the difference here. We always apply this house back to if we stayed here.
Who's answering these questions?
Yeah, sorry, but I need to answer this one.
Okay.
Because that weren't good enough. You
actually hadn't even asked me the question,
Have I not?
No.
Oh, God, this is really hard for me. Go on then.
No,
Can you bring your own?
You answer it.
No.
Can you bring your own? Yes, of course you can bring your own, because, as Kirsty was saying, we feel that you smuggle things in places before, and it's not about that. We have fridges in the room. If you want to go and bring your own stuff and bring it in, we have a facility there that if you want to buy it from us during the day and you're going to spend time around the pool and stuff, then that's fine. But if you have our meals in the evening, then we would expect you to use our drinks and not drink your own. I think that's just courtesy. But however, we want you to be able to come and go here. If you want to bring a bottle of wine, you don't have evening meal, you sit out in the evening over the view with your own bottle of wine, it's no problem with us. You can use our glasses.
Yeah, you can use our glasses. I have to say...
It's £25 for the ice, though.
we've been in the position where, people then ask for ice and lemon and stuff like that. Just be fair. We're not going to supply you ice if you're not going to buy our drinks. But we will supply you ice. We've got ice there. Just be fair. Ask us to buy you a bag of ice when we go down to Mercadona. We'll put it in the freezer for you. It's just all about being
But likewise as well, we put out cutlery and we put out little side plates if you've got your own cheese and ham and you want to have that in the day and stuff like that.
And likewise, but don't ask us for ketchup, mayonnaise, alioli.
Yeah.
You can ask us for it, but you'd be expected to pay for it. So that's how we roll. It's just
Absolutely.
about being fair. It's give and take. So, do you have a foot shower?
No, we were asked this, weren't we, last year? Yeah.
We were asked this last
Yeah.
year. Can you believe that? I don't even know what one is.
No, we have an outside pool shower and you have your own private bathroom. So why you'd specifically need a foot shower, I'm not entirely sure.
Don't know.
Different-
How many children do you have?
I have 2. You have... How many do you want me to say?
Oh, no. That was a question that's come up. It's funny. Yeah, I have 2. I have 2. No. Sorry,
I
lost
wasn't
a few
expecting you
kids
to say
there.
that,
Lost a few kids there. We'll move on from that one. Why? Oh, no, I don't want to answer that one. Why Colmenar?
Well, we're in the municipality of Colmenar. We're not actually in the town of Colmenar, are we? But why here? It's bizarre. This goes back to like the spirituality and stuff like that. We feel like we've landed probably in the place that we were always meant to be, because over the last...
We rejected this house 3 times.
We rejected this house 3 times. We'd seen it driving up to see other places. Well, not specifically this house, but the area. So we just feel that it was meant to be. So there's no real reason for Colmenar or not. It just, we feel that where we are now is where we were meant to be.
Was it a guest house before?
No.
You can't just go so long-winded and full of bollocks and then just go, no. No, it wasn't. It was a family home, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We turned it into a guest house.
Yeah.
Did we have to do much to it?
We had to de-Spanish it. It was very set up as a Spanish home.
Lovely, but not for us.
But yeah, and we had to do some certain things. It is far from being your traditional guest house. It is a really beautiful, it's like it's a cross between a stone wooden cottage in the mountains, hosted bed and breakfast, but it's even more than that as well. It's and consequently the rooms are quirky, the bathrooms are quirky, they're marble sinks and brick showers, and it's just it's an incredible place. But it's not your run of the mill boring walk in.
They're not necessarily boring, but they're not as quirky.
Yeah.
Traditional.
It's not your run of the mill bed and breakfast. Yeah, far from
Is
it.
getting the licenses easy?
It is if you know what you're doing.
Well, anything if you know what you're doing. Running a B&B's easy if you know what you're doing. So no, it's not. We do get asked that a lot. Is there a lot of paperwork? Is there a lot of licenses? Yes. Is it doable? Yes.
It helps if you speak Spanish.
It helps if you speak Spanish. It is doable. Like anything in Spain, changing driving licence, anything is a bureaucratic nightmare.
But they're catching up.
The licences are there. It can be done if you're all legal and all your paperwork is in order, personal paperwork. Getting anything in Spain is relatively straightforward.
Yeah.
And that's the key to getting anything, really. Do you have any catering licenses?
We have food hygiene.
Which I think I actually need to...
Yeah, we need to update our food hygiene.
I need to update that. Oh, my God. There you go. Write that on a list. I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, so we have food hygiene certificates, but running a Casa Rural, that's all we need.
Do you need a car to be here? I got asked that the other day. Is there buses?
You if you want to come here for a couple of days and just chill out and not go anywhere, then no, you don't need a car because we can do transfers from anywhere.
Yeah.
However, if you want to come here and explore the local area, then 100% you need your own transport.
How much do you pay for this house each month? Real question, guys.
Yeah, that's a challenging one because fundamentally all you ever need to say is the business works for us. It's like...
We get asked that.
It's like someone asks you how much you pay for this house, and they do it from the right. And we've not just been asked it once, to be honest with you.
More than once, which is why I'm bringing it up, because I would never dream of asking anybody,
how much is your mortgage?
how much is your mortgage? Now, I can only assume that people, because it does come from a good place, of course it does, it's the familiarity that people feel, it's just a genuine question. But this year we're going to be stronger. We're not going to answer questions we don't want to, because we've actually realised, that's not...
Sometimes it's a bit too intrusive.
It's a bit too intrusive,
which
is why I've brought it up on this.
But I'll give people an idea. It's more than €1 and less than $1 million a month.
Talking of which, do you get paid from Channel 4 and how much? It's another question.
Oh, do you know what we've had? Yeah, what a great question. The answer is no, we don't. We're contributors. Well, that's strictly speaking, we should have £1 each every series, and I still haven't had it.
Do you know what? I Googled that question.
Yeah.
I Googled it. And, an actual Google answer, I mean, Google's like the press, isn't it? Just believe what you want in it, although we all think Google's God. But the God for, not God as in a God sitting on a cloud, God as in what it says is right, actually on that €1,500 an episode. That's what it wrote. That's what we're supposed to have got paid. Not us personally, people on the programme. Literally someone tapped in, how much do you get paid to be on New Life in the Sun? €1,500 an episode.
Well, that's complete rubbish.
Well, it's a complete load of twop. It's just, anyway, but it just goes to show, which I think is why, and a lot of people think we get paid, we would be in a far healthier position if we did.
No, we don't.
And we don't. And more than that, the cameramen that come, and it's galling when you're starting a new business and you're desperate, particularly in our last place, desperate for a booking through the pandemic, ridiculously hard, and the cameramen would be with us and they would get booked into another place. They weren't even allowed to stay with us. So they wasn't even allowed to pay us because it's conflict of interest. So the cameramen, they were just so torn as well. And the people that work for the show, you go in a bar, you're desperate for business. They would have to go into the bar next door, another bar, to buy themselves lunch. They couldn't give you the money. You're not allowed to do it. You get nothing. Well, you get everything because we get the advertising and the business thereafter. But you don't get paid a penny. So.
You basically sign a contract as a contributor, and there is a nominal figure of £1,
which is a bugbear for you because you never got it.
Well, we've signed 3 contracts now, and I've never had a quid.
That's £6 they owe us.
Yes.
Probably buy a glass of wine. No, it won't.
It would be about €7.50 in euros, which would buy one of our gin and tonics.
Yes. Let me write that down for the next episode. Bar costs. Oh, goodness me. Everything's gone up, and we was looking at prices, and our ego got right involved.
Don't talk about that.
Yeah, I'm just going to explain that we will talk about it next time.
Oh, well, that's very exciting.
Yeah, bar prices. Right, finish these questions. Are Derek and Bailey rescue dogs?
Realistically, no, they're not. But I mean, they said that's a grey area. When the farmer throws one at you as you're driving back from Mercadona.
But I did say to the farmer, I wanted a boy and a girl Mastin. So are the rescues? Are they not? Who knows? Again, it's people's opinion and judgment. Our 2 dogs, I never went to a breeder. I never ordered them. I know how Spain works for Spanish Mastins.
Yes.
And the farmers do breed them and put them in a bin bag in the river. They're not, their dogs aren't done. It's just how it works. So I knew, because Derek and Bailey aren't my first Spanish Mastins, that there are surplus types of them dogs. And yes. I wanted them dogs because they're just lovely and licious. And so, I love them.
Did we go to a rescue centre for them? No. Did we get them from a breeder? No. They were probably dogs that would have been farmer surplus to requirements that we had. Yeah, 100%.
Derek definitely. He was just a little chicken when we got him, and then Spain locked down 2 weeks afterwards.
Yeah, so
100% he would have had a shovel on his head.
Yeah, he would.
Right. Well, kind of done. The other one's boring questions.
Are they?
But the big question, which I'm very good because I write things down like this. I'm not very good. I'm just very grateful I did. How much was the cut and blow dry from the last series that we had, and was it any good? Because we said that you can't even remember it, can you? The last episode.
Oh right. Did you ask the question in that?
No, you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Bloody hell! Oh, I might have done.
Well, it was €13, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it 12 and mine was 6? Because it was...
We can't even remember. It was that long ago.
It was 18 in total.
It was 18 euros.
I had a cut. And you had a cut and blow dry.
I had a wash, cut and blow dry, which I have to say, it wasn't the most customer friendly wash, cut and blow dry.
You just said that bless her, the girl had fallen out of love with cutting hair.
She's
doing
fallen out. I just want to go in there and spend an hour with her and have a little chat, because I just think she's just lost her sparkle. It was just just get it done and earn the money before I've got to go and look after the baby. And it was just, bless her. She just needed a little bit of a hug. But we will go back. As my nephew said yesterday, he went to my local hairdresser who been to 15 years, not local to here, hence why I went for a cheap cut. I've got to let my hair grow before I go back and tell him I've done that, because he'd go batshit. And he said to my nephew yesterday, he went in there and went, "Oh, your aunt is great." He said she comes in twice a year and has her hair done.
Twice a year, yeah. You're not going to make him rich, that's for sure.
Although I saw on Ghost, shortcut. Been here before, I know I've been here before. I'm repeating myself. It's quite short, that haircut. Short, choppy in.
I think you should discuss that.
Jamie won't do it. He said he will not cut my hair or my daughter's hair short again.
And that's my point.
Oh, God, I'll have to go and see her. She'd do it. Bloody hell, she'd do it for fun, just because she's had a row with her old man at breakfast. She was very rough, wasn't she?
Anything else for this episode?
No. I don't think so.
We haven't laughed a lot this episode,
haven't we? I'm sitting here again doing the usual. But it was FAQs. I'm glad we done it.
Kirsty always sits there and goes, "Oh, I think this episode's rubbish." And then she listens to it back and goes, "No, it's all right."
I spat my tea out. It's something I said in the other episode.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I can't remember what it was now. We haven't released it yet. I might have to listen to it again. There was something on it, and...
I don't think I've even given it to you to listen to.
Haven't you?
No. So you can't have spat your tea out that. It must have been...
No, you did.
It must have been the last one.
You did.
Did I?
You did. I have listened to it. Holy moly.
Should we not... It's not exactly exciting podcasting, is it?
No, it's not.
For the episode.
But do you know what? First week in January, we are going to be very, very good now and record the next one, aren't we?
What are we going to say? It's the first week of January again?
Yeah. I don't think we need to say what date it is. I think it's irrelevant.
Well, I don't think for some of them it doesn't have to be, but as we go through the season, it needs to tie in with what's happening.
Can you tell we're learning as we go with this? We're trying to get better. Oh, we're changing the doings, aren't we, as well?
The what?
What the
hell's the doings?
The platform.
You use your hands so much, don't you?
Platform.
Yeah, we're going to Acast. So.
Okay.
Not that
is that it? Have
I
we
don't
spoken
think that
enough?
matters to people. I don't think
have
so.
Have we done enough?
Yeah, crumbs, yeah, have we?
Have we?
36 minutes.
36 minutes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right, we're going to go and light the fire now.
Thanks very much for listening, everyone.
Because friends are coming over and it's getting a little bit brass monkeys.
Yeah, we'll see you in about 10 minutes, apparently.
See you in about... Yeah, I'm going to get a brew.
Ooh.
Light the fire and record the next one.
Oh, do you know what? I finished the last of your beautiful little mince pies yesterday.
Yeah, but I've still got some mincemeat left.
Yeah,
and I'm going to make a chicken pie. Go to the butcher in Colmenar, you get a big fat chicken. I just need to say this, and then we'll say big fat chicken, right? And we've worked out...
It's not alive, by the way.
Yeah, but, I mean, again, he's very grumpy as well, isn't he?
Well, is he?
They're very...
I think he's all right.
Oh, he's very abrupt.
He let us have he let us try some of that wine, which was unusual, but nice in a rate. It was kind of strange.
Oh, and next to it was like a bowl of fat. Wasn't it? It was like white grease.
I don't know what that was.
It was like he's got it on the bottom of the chip pan. Give us breadstick.
I know.
Oh, I couldn't even try that. That was a lot. The wine was nice though. Anyway, the butcher's in Colmenar. He's all right. I think he's all right.
Big Chicken does us 4 meals.
Yeah, I've worked it out. Chicken breast with chips, coleslaw. We like that.
Chicken
Very
leg.
boring. Chicken leg. Chicken pie.
And then
Why did we start talking about this? Because I'm going to make a chicken pie. And there's always over pastry and make some mince pies for you. Anyway, bye. See you next time. Bye.
Take it easy. So cheers. Bye.
Adios.
You were listening to The Journey with Kirsty and Simon. Please rate, review and subscribe if you like what we do. And don't forget to check out our website, casakisi.com, for all our accommodation offers. We'll see you next time.